Right, Pudala, today we are going to discuss our third paper, right? In this paper, we will discuss questions related to unit conversions and dimensions, right? Let's see the questions, right? Read the first question, Bude. When 8 milligram per cubic centimeter is converted to milligram per centiliter, the value would be, that means you have to convert 8 milligram per cubic centimeter into milligram per centiliter, right? Last day we discussed these theory points, how to convert cubic meters into liters, how to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second. We discussed how to convert different units. නේද පුතේ? දැන් අපි ක්ලාස් එකේ first day කතා කරේ how to convert මේ cubic meters කොහොමද cubic centimeters කරන්නේ, squared meters කොහොමද square centimeters කරන්නේ, same units. හැබැයි different unit conversions කතා කරා අපි last day, right? ඔයාලට මතක ඇති පුතාලට, right? මම ඒ theory points ටික ඔයාලට revise වෙන්න තමයි පුතේ first two questions දීලා තියෙන්නේ, right? Let's see the question. Right, පුතේ? බලන්න. In the first question you have to convert 8 milligram per cubic centimeter into 8 milligram per cubic centimeter you have to convert into milligram per centiliter, right? In this question, Pute, you can observe that units of milligram remain constant. It does not change. නේද? මේ බලන්න පුතේ මෙයාගේ units change වෙලා නැහැ milligram වල නේද? Then you can convert units of per cubic centimeter into per cubic liter, right? You should know the meaning of this -3. The minus symbol says that cubic centimeter is come from denominator, right? Then cubic centimeter, you can change the sign of the index. Then Pute, you can write the value of centi prefix. Value is 10 to the power -2, no? Here you have to consider the third power, right? Then 8 milligram per 10 to the power -6 per cubic meter, right, Pute? Then you can bring this term from denominator to numerator. Then the 8 milligram, then 8 into 10 to the power +6 milligram. Oh, මෙතන ඉතුරු වෙනවා පුතේ 1 cubic meter, right? Then you should know the relationship between 1 cubic meter and liters, right? You can express 1 cubic meter as 1000 liters. 1 cubic meter should be equal to 1000 liters. Then you can write 1000 liters instead of 1 cubic meter. ඔයාලට මේ 1 cubic meter substitute කරන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ 1000 liters වලින්. Then 8 into 10 to the power 6 milligram මෙතන දෙනවා පුතා 1000 liters, right? Then the answer is cancel වෙනවනේ. 8 into මෙතනට cancel වෙනවනේ පුතේ 10 to the power 3 milligram per liter, right? Again you have to convert liter into centiliter, right? Then you have to substitute a new prefixes in front of liter. You should remember when you substitute a new prefix in front of a given unit, you should remember that the magnitude of the physical quantity should remain constant. To keep the magnitude constant, you can multiply both numerator and denominator by the same factor, right? Here you have to substitute centino. Then you can write here 10 to the power -2 at numerator, then 10 to the power -2 at the denominator, right? Then you can substitute centi symbol instead of this 10 to the power -2, right, Pute? Then 8 into 10 to the power 3 milligram, right? then here centiliter 10 to the power minus 2. Now you can find the answer. Puthe, when you bring this term from here to here 10 to the power, මෙයා මෙතන ඉඳලා මෙතෙන්ට ගේනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ පුතේ 10 to the power plus 2 again 10 to the power minus 2 then 18 to 10 to the power 3 again 10 to the power මෙයා මෙතෙන්ට එනකොට plus 2 ආපහු උඩට එනකොට minus 2 milligram when you bring the term centiliter මේ unit එක පුතේ උඩට ගේනකොට per centiliter එයා per centiliter වෙනවා right then the answer is 80 milligram per centiliter answer එක වෙනවා පුතේ එතකොට බලන්න first question එකට 80 answer is third one දැන් පුතේ සර් මෙතන මේ ලියලා තියෙන steps ටික ඔයාලට ඕන කෙනෙක්ට කියන්නේ අද මේ වීඩියෝ එක බලන කෙනෙක්ට උනත් පුතේ මේක ඔයාලට මේකෙන් වැඩේ අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන් right හැබැයි ඔයාලා දැන් මේක exam එකක ඔයාලගේ term test එකක මේ වගේ question එකකට answers ලියනකොට පුතේ පුළුවන් තරම් මේ steps ටික narrow කරන්න ඕන හොඳද අපිට මොකද මේ ඔක්කොම මේවා මේ steps වලට marks දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ ඔයාලගේ final answer එකටනේ පුතේ marks දෙන්නේ right එතකොට මෙහෙම හැම step එකක්ම ඔයාලා ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ right දැන් සර් ඔයාලට මීට වඩා අඩු steps ගානකින් මේක කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි හොඳද ඔයාලා ඒකට practice කරන්න ඕන ගෙදරදී තේරුණාද පුතාලට right මෙන්න first question එක පුතේ right putala let's see the next question first read the question right the question is a train of length 100 meters travel along a straight line with a uniform speed 72 kilometers per hour the time taken by the train to pass a platform of length 116 meters is හරියාලහන්නේ train එකක් තියෙනවා 100 meters length එක තියෙන එයා ඒ train එකට පුතේ platform එකක් 116 meters length එකක් තියෙන platform එකක් completely pass කරන්න යන time එකනේ අහන්නේ right this question is a good question right පුතේ I will draw two diagram to explain this question right right pude in the first diagram I have drawn the moment the instant the train enters to the platform at t equals 0 here the length of the train is 100 meters length of the platform is 116 meters right in the second diagram I have drawn the moment the instant the train completely passed the platform right length of the train here 100 meters right this one is the front end of the train at t equal 0 this one is the front end of the train at t equal t Pute, when you observe this diagram you can identify that to completely pass the platform the train has to move this 116 meters and another 100 meters right that means the train has to move 216 meters right total distance is 216 meters to completely pass the platform right now you know the total distance traveled right to completely pass the platform the train has to move 216 meters right and you know the speed of the speed of the trains they have given 72 kilometers per hour uniform speed of the train is 72 kilometers per hour right right putala in your O levels you should know the definition of speed right when an object moving with uniform speed u and distance traveled by the object is s and time taken is t then you can express the relationship among u s and t as u equals s over t right then here you should know an important point the important point is when you substitute the values into this equation if you substitute values for distance travel in meters if you substitute distance travel in meters and time taken in seconds then you can obtain uniform speed of the particle in meters per second the units of speed is units of speed is meters per second and also if you substitute values for distance travel in kilometers and values for time in hours then you can obtain speed of the particle in kilometers per hour, right? එතකොට පුතේ මතක තියාගන්නවා මෙතනට meters වලින් substitute කරලා මෙතන time වලින් substitute කරොත් then you can obtain speed of the particle in meters per second. හරිද? If you substitute values for distance travel in kilometers, time hours වලින් then you can obtain answer kilometers per hour. හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න පුතේ මේ unit system අපිට change කරන්න බෑ. කියන්නේ ඔයා මෙතන meters වලින් substitute කරලා මෙතන hours වලින් substitute කරලා මෙතන meters per second කියලා ලියන්න බෑ. ඔයා මෙතන kilometers වලින් substitute කරලා මෙතන seconds වලින් substitute කරලා kilometers per hour කියලා ලියන්න බෑ. ඒ කියන්නේ same unit system එකක් ඇතුළේ you have to substitute, right? Then now you know the distance travel, the total distance traveled by the train is 260 meters. Speed of the train is 72 kilometers per hour. මෙයා ඉන්නේ meters වලින්, මෙයා දීලා තියෙන්නේ kilometers per hour. Then you have to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second, or you have to convert 216 meters into kilometers. Last day we discussed how to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second නේ පුතේ. ඒක නිසා මම අද මෙයා meters per seconds වලට convert කරලා question එක කරන්නම්, right? Right. Now you can do the conversion. You have to convert 72 kilometers per hour into meters per second, right? 72 kilo mean 10 to the power 3, no? Meters, you can bring hour to denominator, right? 72 kilometer, kilo mean 10 to the power 3, you can express 1 hour as 3600 seconds. Then, may dinna cancel, 2 times 5, 2 times 18. Then you can obtain answer. You have to 72, you have to divide by 18 and multiply by 5. Then you can obtain answer meters per second, right? In meters per second, right? SI units. 20 meters per second. Now you know the speed of the train in meters per second and you know the total distance traveled. Then you can substitute this value for this equation, right? U equals S over T. Distance travel is total distance traveled by the train to completely pass the platform is 216 and you have to find time taken. Now you know the speed of the train in meters per second. Then T is equal 10.8 seconds. Got it? Right, put it. Answer is 10.8 තියෙන්නේ කියවෙන එකේද? බලන්න choice එක. Question answer is fourth one, right? Right. Right, Pute. Let's see the next question. First, read the question, Pute. Two cars, capital A and capital B, moves towards each other on the same straight track with speed of 54 kilometers per hour and 30 meters per second. Different units, right? Ekenik 54 kilometers per hour and it 30 meters per second, right? Let's see the question respectively. At the initial moment, the distance between the two cars is 180 meters. How long will it take for these two cars to collide? පුතේ අපෙන් අහන්නේ මේ cars දෙක හැපෙන්න කොච්චර වෙලාවක් යනවද කියලා. හරිද? හැපෙනකම් බලන් ඉන්න තියෙන්නේ, right? Collision එකක්, right? හරි. පුතේ, I will draw two diagrams to explain this question. Right, today in the first diagram, I have shown the position of the two vehicles at t equals 0. And in the second diagram, I have shown the position of the two cars at t equal t. That means when they are collides, right? Right, today. Now you can observe that initial gap between two vehicles, capital A and capital B vehicles, is given in meters. Velocity of capital B vehicle is given in meters per second. But the velocity of capital A vehicle is given in kilometers per hour. එයා පුතේ different units. දැන් මේ දෙන්නම SI units වලින් දීලා මෙයා kilometers per hour වලින් දීලා තියෙනවා. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලට මෙයාවත් SI units වලට convert කරන්න වෙනවා. You have to convert velocity of capital A 54 kilometers per hour into meters per second. Right? ඔයා මෙයාවත් meters per second වලට convert meters per seconds වලට convert කරගත්තට පස්සේ තමයි වාට මේ question එකේ ඉස්සරහා steps වලට යන්න වෙන්නේ. Right? Let's do the conversion. Right? You have to convert 54 kilometers per hour into meters per second. 54 kilometer 10 to the power 3, no? Meters, 1 hour. 54 kilometer 10 to the power 3, 1 hour means 3600 seconds. That means we have to divide by 18 multiply by 5. Answer is 15 meters per second. Now you have converted the velocity of capital A into meters per second. When you express 54 kilometers per hour in meters per second, answer is 15. Right. Pute, now you can observe that velocity of capital B is greater than velocity of capital A. Therefore, during this time interval, during the simple t time interval, capital B object, capital B vehicle will move greater distance. Capital B will move greater distance than capital A. Right? If the distance traveled by capital B object is S, you know the total distance. Therefore, distance traveled by capital A should be, this distance should be 180 minus S. Right, Pute? Then you can apply the equation U equals S over T for uniform motion. U is the uniform speed, S is the distance traveled, T is the time taken. පුතේ ඔයාලා මතක තියාගන්න අපි physics වල මේ equation එකේ S ව subject කරලා තමයි ලියන්නේ. S equals UT, right? For uniform motion. මේ විදිහට තමයි මේ equation එක අපි physics වලදී use කරන්නේ. අපි මේ විදිහටම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නෑ, right? Then you can apply this equation for motion of capital B. S equals UT. Now you know the distance traveled by capital B object is S. Velocity of capital B is 30 meters per second. Time is T. Then you can apply the same equation for the motion of capital A vehicle. Right? Distance traveled by the capital A vehicle is 180 minus S. Speed of the capital A vehicle is not 54, it should be 15, right? ඔයාලා මෙතන meters per second SI units වලින් substitute කරන්නේ. එතකොට මෙයා kilometers per hour නෙවෙයි meters per second වලින් ඔයාට මේකට substitute කරන්න වෙනවා, right? Then 15 same time interval, right? T. Then you can substitute 30t instead of S නේ. ඔයාට මේ S ව substitute කරන්න පුළුවන් කොහොමද? 30t කියලා. 180 ඔයාට ලියන්න පුළුවන් 30t instead of S, right? මෙතෙන්ද S වෙනුවට substitute කරා 30t equal 15t. Then 180 equal මෙයා මෙහෙට ගෙනිච්චන් මෙයා ගෙනිච්චම මෙතන plus 30t plus 30t plus 15t 45t. Then t equals 180 divided by 45. එතකොට answer එක එනවා පුතා 4 seconds. Right. Let's see the next question. Before the next question, දැන් බලන්න පුතේ. අපි දැන් මේ questions තුනක් discuss කරානේ. දැන් ඔයාලට මතක ඇති first day එකේ questions discuss කරනකොට ඔයාලට ටිකක් අමාරු ගතියක් දැනුණානේ. දැන් අද questions කතා කරනකොට දැන් ගොඩක් අය මට පේනවා මේ list එකේ ගොඩක් අය answers අරගෙන. දැන් මම answers අහනකොට ගොඩක් අය මට message කරලා තිනවා එයාලගේ answer එක දාලා. එතකොට පුතාලාට තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ මේ A level වල pattern එක, right? එතකොට අපිට පළවෙනි දවසේ පුතේ ටිකක් අමාරු වගේ දැනෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි ඔයාලා never give up කියන්නේ ඒකයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා කොහොම හරි මේක අල්ලගෙන හිටියොත් ඔයාලට මේක පුළුවන් වෙනවා. right? අලුතෙන්ම දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න first day එකේ පොඩ්ඩක් අමාරු වගේ දැනේ. හැබැයි පුතේ ඒක practice කරලා ඊළඟ දවසට එනකොට ඒක normalize වෙනවා. තේරුණා නේද? හැබැයි ඔයාලා අමාරුයි කියලා පුතේ ඇතෑරියොත් එතනින් එහාට අපි කතා කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ. තේරුණා නේද? එතකොට මතක තියාගන්න අමාරුයි කියලා මේක අතෑරලා දාන්න නෙවෙයි. ඔයා කොහොම හරි මේක අල්ලගෙන ඉන්න ඕන ළමයි, right? ඔයා මේක අල්ලගෙන ඉන්න තාක්කල් ඔයා දිනලා. හරිද? දැන් තේරෙනවනේ first day එකේ මේ වගේ questions නෙවෙයි මීට වඩා ටිකක් lazy questions කරේ. මේ paper එක අපි first two questions අපි first two paper එකේ first paper එකයි second paper එකේ තිබ්බ questions වලට වඩා මේක ටිකක් අමාරුයි. හැබැයි අද දරුවෝ ගොඩක් correct answers අරගෙන මේ මට ඒවල තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒකෙන් තේරෙනවා පුතේ අපි improve වෙනවා. එතකොට අපි improve වෙනකන් අර එක සැරේට අමාරු ප්‍රශ්නයක් ආවම මේක අමාරුයි කියලා ඇතෑරලා දාන්න නැතුව ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක අල්ලගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. තේරුණා නේද? right. අපි බලමු පුතේ ඊළඟ question එක. right පුතේ, let's see the next question. In this question they have given the van der Waals equation P plus simple A over V squared bracket open V minus B bracket close RT, right? පුතේ මේ equation එක ඔයාලා chemistry වලදී සුදාර සර් එක්ක discuss කරයි, right? අපි බලමු අපිට දීපු question එක, right? They have given P pressure, V volume, R constant, T temperature, thermodynamic temperature, right? In this question, you have to find dimensions of simple A. You have to find dimensions of simple A. Pute, you should remember what is the theory point behind the question. What is the theory point behind the question, Pute? The units and dimensions of the terms being added or subtracted. The terms added or subtracted, right? These two terms in an equation must be the same. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක්ද පුතේ? මේ equation එකක තියෙන මේ add වෙන subtract වෙන මේ terms වල units මොකද වෙන්න ඕනේ? equal වෙන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අපි කතා කරන්නේ මේ වගේවනේ. A plus BC plus BC equal E over D. දැන් පුතේ මේ term වල units dimensions equal වෙනවා වගේම මේ equation එකක් ඇතුලේ තියෙන මේ terms වලත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේ terms දෙක add වෙලා තියෙනවනේ. එතකොට මේ terms දෙක add වෙලා තියෙනවා කියන එකේ තේරුම මේ දෙන්නටත් equal units and dimension තියෙනවා. They have equal units and dimensions, right? Then you can equate the then you should know the dimensions of pressure and volume. In last theory class, we discussed the dimensions of pressure and volume, right, today? The dimensions of pressure, when you express the dimensions of pressure, you have to write the physical quantity in a square bracket, right? Did you remember the dimensions of pressure? M, L minus 1, T minus 2. Last day we discussed, right? Dimensions of volume, L to the power 3, right? If this equation is a correct equation, dimensions of each term being added or subtracted, right? මේ එකතු වෙන අඩු වෙන මේ terms වල dimensions equal වෙනවා. That means dimensions of capital P should be equal dimensions of simple A over V squared. මේ දෙන්නගේ dimensions equal වෙනවා. Dimensions of P is equal M L minus 1 T minus 2. You have to find dimensions of simple A. Dimensions of V, L to the power 3, but here मतलब lamai thiyenne V squared, right? L to the power 3 squared. Then dimensions of A, L to the power 6 වෙනවා මෙයා නේද? L to the power 6, M L minus 1 T minus 2. Then A equals බලන්න පුතේ M L to the power minus 1 T to the power minus 2 L to the power 6. මෙතන simplify වෙනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? M L to the power 5 T to the power minus 2 මේ දෙන්නගේ bases equal. එතකොට මෙයාලා add වෙනවා. එතකොට minus 1 plus 6 plus 5 වෙනවා T to the power minus 2. Dimensions of simple A is equal M to the power 1 L to the power 5 T to the power minus 2. Right. Right, Budala, let's see the next question. The next question, Bernoulli equation, right? We will discuss this equation, hydrodynamics. Hydrodynamics may equation right? P equals pressure equals half rho V squared plus H rho G equals to K is a constant, P pressure, rho density, V velocity, G gravitational acceleration, H height. Consider the following statements, right? K is a dimensionless. You should know the theory behind the question. The theory point is each term should have equal dimensions and units. The equation again, the hammer term they should have equal units and dimension. Units of pressure. Let me explain the units of pressure. M L minus 1 T minus 2. force divided by mlt minus 2 divided by area. L to L squared cancel, ml minus 1 t minus, right? Then you should know the dimensions of rho v squared. This half is a numerical value, no? Then you can consider the dimensions of rho v squared. Rho is density, ml minus 3, l to the power minus 3, velocity, lt minus 1. It's squared, no? Then m l to the power minus 3, l squared t to the power minus 2. Then the same thing, right? M plus 3, sorry, minus 3 plus 2, minus 1 t to the power minus 2. Same dimension. H rho g, h height, L, rho density, m l to the power minus 3, g acceleration, gravitational acceleration, right? lt minus 2. So the last day we discussed about the dimensions of height, density, acceleration, force, right? Right? Then you can simplify m l to the power minus 3, l to the power plus 2, l to the power minus 1, right? Then plus 2, minus 3, then minus 1, right? Each term has, each term have equal dimensions. They have equal dimensions. May term dimensions, dimensions, m l minus 1 t minus 2. They have equal dimensions. They make a correct equation. Make hammer term dimensions equal. That means dimensions of term capital K should be equal m l minus 1 t minus 2. Right? Change in idea. First statement first statement K is a dimensionless constant. The dimensions less dimension m l minus 1 t minus 2, right? A wrong. The statement the left side of the equation, is dimensionally correct. Oh, ne lamai. May hammer term equal dimensions left side hari. B statement correct. Statement. Balana C statement. The dimensions of P is pressure dimension m l to the power minus 1 t to the power minus 2. Right. B and C are correct. B, C, then the answer is only B and C correct. Fourth one. Answer is fourth one, right? So the next day in the next class we will finish the dimension part, right? Oh, dimensions right. Next week we dimensions and units in a complete paper discuss right? Then next month next week again our month. Oh, our first month unit and dimension right? Questions 40 questions completely discuss right? Satisfy right? All the past paper questions, model questions, and term test paper questions. So, me questions discuss right? The next month we'll start measuring instrument, right? Measuring instrument first week vernier caliper and meter ruler. Second week traveling microscope. Third week micrometer screw gauge. Fourth week speedometer. Next month again measuring instrument right? So විදියට තමයි වැඩ ටික යන්නේ ළමයි වැඩ කරන්න ඕනද මේ ටියුට්ස් ටික කම්ප්ලීට් එකතු කරගෙන තියන්න ෆයිල් එකක explanation ලියලා so පිළි ගේමක් ගහමු right let's see the next question. A certain physical quantity acting on a vehicle moving with velocity v, you can draw a vehicle, right? Right, acting with velocity v in a still air is given by Q equals KA dV squared. Here capital A is the effective cross-sectional area of the vehicle, right? Exposed to the air, D is the density of the air. D is the density of air, the quantity which is equal to, right? If this equation, okay, is a dimensionless constant, right? So if this equation is a correct equation, dimensions of LHS left hand side should be equal to dimensions of RHS, right? Then you can identify the dimensions of term Q. This one is dimensionless constant. A is area. Dimensions of area is L squared. D is density. Dimensions of density is ml to the power minus 3, L to the power minus 3, ml to the power minus 3. Density of mass over volume, then ml to the power minus 3. Then velocity, V is velocity, LT minus 1. But the index is 2, right? My question is index 3, right? Right? It should be 2, right? Then L to the power 2, M L to the power minus 3. This one is L to the power 2. I may have power L to the power 2. This one is L to the power minus, right? Then you can identify the terms. M, L to the power 2, L to the power 2, L to the power plus 4, L to the power plus 4, L to the power minus 3. L. MLT minus 2. How do you MLT minus 2? Right? ML2 minus 2 force. This one should be a force. May have force. Answer is force. Not even first choice. Next question. The relationship between force P, force P density D is given by the equation P equal Q over root D. This equals Q over root square root D. Right. Then dimensions of Q would dimensions of Q easy. Q equals or Q subject. You can subject Q, then P equals root D. You should know the dimensions of P can force so if this equation is a correct equation, dimension of RHS right hand side should be equal to dimensions of left hand side. Today when you write the dimensions, when you express dimensions of a given physical quantity, you have to write the given physical quantity in a square bracket, right? Make a square bracket so unknown. Right. P can pressure pressure P pressure P mean force, P represent force, right? So that M LT minus 2 D can D is the density of air. D is the density of air. Density means M mass over volume LT minus 3. The square root mean half power, right? Square root square root D mean equal D to the power half power, right? Right? Square root can be half power. For example, if you part may square root 90 right? It is square root 9. Balanaga answer directly answer 3 here. Next part right? Or make 3 to the power 2 here. Square root 9 mean square root 9 9 to the power half here. It must be 9 3 to the power 2 here. 9 can second power item into half. We have to make a cancel 3 to the power 1. So the square root 9 equal 9 to the power half, 3 to the power 2 into half, half මේ 2ට මේ 2 cancel වුණාම 3 to the power 1 කියන්නේ 3 වෙනවා. මම මොකක්ද මේ කියන්න try කරන්නේ? ඔයා මේක මතක තියාගන්න ඕන. square root 9 කියන්නේ යාගේ power එක කොච්චරද? half power එක, right? got it? right. එතකොට equals q dimension හරිද? එතකොට මේ square root එනකොට යාගේ half power එක ගන්න. එතකොට බලන්න පුතේ මේක simplify කරගන්න වෙනවා ඔයාලට. m L t to the power minus 2 මෙතන බලන්න m to the power half මෙයා ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එකේ මල්ටිප්ලයි වෙනවානේ 1 into half මෙතන 3 minus 3 into half minus 3 over 2 right then මෙයා simplify කරන්න වෙනවා නේ මෙතන ලියන්න උදේ m මෙයාගේ ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක 1 plus half L එයාගේ ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක 1 තියෙනකොට අර මෙතන ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක minus 3 over 2. එතකොට m හරි L හරි t to the power minus 2. t to the power minus 2. දැන් බලන්න පුතේ එතකොට m මෙයා කොමන් ඩිනොමිනේටර් එක 2 ගත්තාම 3 over 2. මෙතන 2 මෙතන L to the power මෙයා 2 වෙනවා 2 minus 3 minus 1 over 2 t to the power minus 2. Then answer.